We're back with another episode. Young Hove, y'all know where the flow was loco.
Article, something. I don't know the rest of it.
No.
Why do we always start off singing?
We're singing people.
Sorry, I'm trying to bring this little thingy up.
Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm doing myself. Lately I'm foolish. I don't do this.
I've been playing myself.
Baby, I don't care.
The love got the best of me.
Baby, you better get a hold of me. You gotta be strong and I don't care who sees.
Baby, you got it.
You got it.
Your love. Crazy.
Wow.
You don't know I can sing? I just don't do it, but I can sing. Anyway, neither here nor there. All right, are we ready to go?
Are you recording?
Yeah. I like to get all that stuff because it's like I could add bloopers and all that kind of stuff. All right.
I don't want.
I think we should be good now. All right. I'll let you do the intro.
Okay, I have to burp. Excuse me.
Ew. So gross.
Ladies and gentlemen, pimps and players.
Pimps and players.
Welcome back to another fabulous episode of The Face Off with Fowler and Fleming.
Oh, you changed the name now. I see what you did there.
It just feels right today.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll give you that.
Why is this making such an aggressive
I was going to say, we need some WD-40 on there. I swear I didn't fart.
How are you? Long time no see, my friend.
I know. Yeah, how are you?
Yo.
How's this week been for you? Do tell, please.
Have I ever told? So, it was okay. I want to take us back a couple days.
Okay.
Have I ever told you about how I dislocated my shoulder in high school?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Okay. I don't want to call it a full dislocation on account of dislocated to me means like out and you have to physically force it back in.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. When I was in high school, my shoulder popped out of place.
Ooh.
And then I jerked and it abruptly popped back into place.
What were you doing?
Playing golf.
Okay. Nope. Not even going to go down that rabbit hole.
Anyway, it was I passed out from the pain. It was extremely painful.
Jeez.
It hurt so bad. And so it was loose after that. It did it a couple more times.
Yeah.
But it always pops right back in as soon as I move. Has not happened probably since like 2015 maybe.
Okay.
So last Friday, I fell asleep on the couch, right? And I don't know if I was asleep on my side and my shoulder popped out of place and that woke me up, or when I got up too fast or something and that's when my shoulder popped out of place. But bitch, it came out and I was like, there's no one here to help me push this shit back in. And I don't know what I'm going to do because have you seen The Good Boys, that show with those little kids?
No.
Okay, anyway. Or like Queen and Slim.
I've seen the previews.
Okay. Anyway, the last couple things I've seen of people popping their shoulder back, I was like, there's...
Grey's Anatomy. George O'Malley did that with Callie Torres.
I was like, there's no way I can do this shit on my own.
No.
I would literally... I can think of nothing worse than having to relocate my own shoulder. So I'm sitting there freaking out, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then I moved really quick and it popped back in. But this shit's been sore for like a week. Like, weird. I can't externally rotate. This is all I got right now. Woo.
You probably need to go get checked.
I know.
I mean, you're an OT. I'm quite sure you have
to some
plenty
of the
OT friends.
Outpatient therapists, and they're like, "You probably tore something." And I was like, "Yeah, but it's fine."
You probably need to go get an MRI.
I know,
but you're not gonna do it.
I'm not going to because like, what? I don't need it. Like, what am I gonna do?
Okay, let your whole fucking shoulder fall off.
No.
Then you're gonna be a one-arm occupational therapist.
Those are the worst kind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but I haven't. I just in that moment, I was like, I'm gonna die here in this house.
Oh God.
With my shoulder out, and there's no one here to pop it back in. So now I'm officially looking for a husband, just so
DM us if you're
in
interested.
an emergency, there's someone to relocate my shoulder. Preferably someone with medical experience, but I'm not picky.
And insurance too.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, definitely.
So other than that, my week was pretty good, I guess. We had some interesting characters at the hospital. Can't wait to tell you in the rehab corner. It'll be a nice throwback for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't even think we told our audience that I'm no longer at the hospital.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Surprise! I'm no longer at the hospital. Anyway, of my own volition.
She left me high and dry.
I did. I got the fuck on. But we'll talk about that on another episode at some point. I probably almost came to visit you in the hospital on Sunday because I got my second vaccine.
Whoop whoop! Fully vaccinated.
So I'm fully vaccinated, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Are you vaxxed and relaxed?
No, bitch, I almost died on Sunday. I didn't almost die. I'm exaggerating, but I felt like pure shit. So Saturday I got my second dose. Everything was great. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. You know, I feel great. Sunday morning, about 3:00 in the morning, I just like started getting super cold, and I'm like, my AC's on 75
Were you
right
awake or you woke up?
No, I woke up because I was like, why the fuck do I feel like this? And I looked at my clock or, you know, at my phone, and I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning. What the fuck is going on? And literally I started having like chills and sweats, and I had all the symptoms of probably fucking COVID, except for like loss of taste and smell and shit, or the flu.
Except for the hypoxia.
Exactly, except for the shortness of breath. And my body was so sore. Like I felt like I had been just in a fucking bar fight or something. And I had a little fever, but nothing too crazy. But I didn't even get out of the bed until 1:00, which is so honestly not unusual for me on a Sunday. But at the same time, I had planned to go to Costco, okay, to do my grocery shopping.
Costco plans.
And I couldn't go. And then I literally stayed in the house most of the day. And then at 10:00 at night, I was like, I need some fries from Whataburger. So I was able to muster up enough strength. But I literally was bedbound on Sunday. It was insane.
Every time people tell me that, I'm like, can you imagine what real COVID would do to your ass?
Yeah, listen,
because this was baby COVID.
It was kind of like a discovery. Like I have been so mean as a therapist. Like,
oh, we're awful.
Our COVID patients, these people are on ECMO, on ventilators, and I'm just like, suck it the fuck up to survive. And here I am in the bed, not even with nothing real. It's just a side effect of the goddamn vaccine. And I'm just like, oh, I feel like I'm just not gonna make it. This is horrible. Thank God I had Pedialyte.
My go-to this week for everyone has been like, oh, you don't want to do this? Well, this is how you get out of the hospital, and then you never have to deal with me again.
Honestly, the hospital is very comfortable. It's a comfortable place. Being in bed when you don't feel good is a very comfortable place.
Yeah, so literally to every patient, I was like, do you not like what I'm doing? Okay, the best way to not have me do it is to get up out of the bed, and then you can leave the hospital. Doesn't that sound fun?
The quicker you do this, the quicker I can get out of your face and get out of your room.
Someone today was like, oh yeah, they turned her ECMO, the sweep down to 0, and all I could think was, how fucking shitty must that feel? Like
now your lungs are doing everything on its own.
You've had all this support.
Yeah.
They finally turn it down. You're still hooked up to it. Gives the illusion of help.
Yeah.
You probably feel like complete shit. And I'm like, yeah, so what we're going to do today is get the fuck up out of this bed.
Gonna make you use all your trunk muscles. And then even before that, on Saturday morning, of course, I'm waiting to go to my vaccine appointment, and I'm laying in bed because, you know, again, the world knows I love to take naps and I love to sleep. So all of a sudden my neighbor texts me, and I'm like, what the hell is my neighbor texting me? Because he had just cut my grass because he owned his own landscaping business. And so he had just cut my grass on Wednesday. And so I'm like, bitch, I paid you. Like, what you texting me for?
Hey, girl, card got declined.
Exactly. And mind you, he has a wife and kids. So I don't like when married men text me for any reason. Like, I just don't. I prefer you to have your wife call me.
That's my favorite.
No. Even with my brother-in-law, like my sister, I will call my sister and be like, hey, can I speak to my brother-in-law? I don't want to say his name on the podcast.
You screenshot to your sister, hey, your husband's texting me.
Yeah, I do that even with my best friend. Like my best friend, her husband and I, we all three of us went to high school together. Like we grew up together. And even now I'm just like, hey, can I speak to so-and-so? Like, put me on speakerphone. I need to speak to your husband real quick about something. Yeah. And because I never want it to be any kind of, issue or whatever. But anyway, that's just out of respect for the wife. But anywho, so he texts me and he's like, hey, so have you called the water company lately? And I'm like, that's really weird and random. Yeah, I was like, no, why would I have to do that?
Water company?
And he's just like, well, there's a leak out in the front yard. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Because like when I bought my house 4 years ago, 2 months after I bought my house, there was a water main leak that broke or whatever, and it flooded my front yard, and it was my responsibility. Well, it flooded both me and my neighbor's front yard, but it was on my side.
What's the plan of action?
You have to call the water company. Well, you just shut off the actual water in the ground. Just turn off your valve to your house. Mm-hmm. You turn off the main water to your.
Recently.
Oh, you did.
My landscaper told me what it was because she works for SAWS. Shout out to her.
Awesome.
She was like, "This is important. This turns off the main water supply."
You need to know where your
thank you.
You need to know where your main water supply is for your water heater as well as your house to turn off all the water to your house. So I had to do that. Well, we both did that, and then the city came out and did whatever they did. But anyway, it was coming through the concrete. So it wasn't in the grass this time. So then my neighbor called it in. They were like, yeah, we're going to come and fix it and blah, blah, blah. They didn't obviously rush to get it done because they didn't end up showing up until Tuesday because, Monday was Labor Day.
Typical.
Exactly. So then they ended up coming Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, and they brought this excavator. And the only reason why I know what the fuck an excavator is because my nephew Liam, he always has these goddamn excavator little Tonka trucks and stuff. So anyway, they're across the street at my neighbor's across the street, and I'm like, And the neighbor that called me was the one next door. So I'm like, why are y'all over here? The issue is over here. So I went outside and he was like, oh no, ma'am, it actually started over here and it's backing up into y'all's. So we don't know what's going on, but we know it's starting from over here at your neighbors. And I was like, I ain't got to pay for it. That's all I care about.
You're like, well, it sounds like you know what you're doing.
Exactly. So then now that's why I have this big patch of fucking dirt in my yard because they came over and excavated the shit out of my grass that just started growing back and I just got it cut.
They're like, you're welcome.
The hole was big enough. The man was standing in the hole and all you saw was his little hard hat. And I'm like, damn, dude.
Damn.
So yeah, they fucked up my grass, but it's fine. I didn't have to pay anything and the grass will grow back. So at least it wasn't anything worse.
You've had an exciting week.
Definitely. So I'm glad that it's, chilling and nice and cool now. So,
dude, speaking of nice and cool, it is actually cooling off.
Yes, it is. It was 66 degrees this morning.
When I walked to work, I was like, no, I don't walk to work in the morning. Ew,
you don't.
What
the
fuck? That was a lie. I just lied.
You definitely
to
take the shuttle.
I definitely take the shuttle. My fat ass rides the shuttle and I walk my ass home in the afternoon. No, when I was leaving the house, there was a little breeze.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice.
I'm glad about that. It needs to. I mean, global warming is clearly here because, other states that would normally be snowing by now are not snowing. So
that is true. It's just still hot as fuck in Texas. So.
Hell yeah. It'll always be that way, unfortunately. This is hell.
Okay.
And Arizona.
You know what? It is hell, but I feel like there are some other countries that I would much rather not live in. So I'm gonna keep this hell.
Yeah, the Saharan
where I
desert
have
or something.
Internet and freedom.
That's very true. Well, let's jump on into it. Anything else before we jump on into it?
I'm about to dive in.
All right, we're gonna start. We gotta talk about it. We're just gonna start it. We're gonna start here. I know y'all tired of hearing us talk about the vaccine and everything that's going on with COVID. We gotta talk about it because we are healthcare professionals and we gotta do it anyway.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm getting shit on literally by people who have COVID, I'm still allowed to talk about COVID.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that.
You shouldn't.
My last day at work a couple weeks ago, it was like my last patient. I had to wipe their ass, and I was like, I'm not gonna miss this.
It's not even the least favorite part of my job.
Yeah,
like there are worse parts. I think
management. Absolutely. Anyway, so healthcare workers, since we are healthcare workers, obviously I'm a physical therapist. Alyssa is a occupational therapist. There's been a lot of things that have been going on in the healthcare industry that I think a lot of people are not really paying attention to or kind of understand the importance of it. So a lot of healthcare workers are burnt out, over it, want to find another career, or just, dealing with horrible, shitty leadership. On top of being in a pandemic and dealing with the extra burden of having COVID numbers go, in a surge and continuing to rise, right? So, of course, we know everything's been going on with, mask mandates as well as vaccination mandates. And most recently in Florida, there was this hospital where some of the nurses... Florida. First of all, stop hating on Florida. Florida and Texas is the same place. It's the same. Yes, it is. It's the same place. It's the exact same place. It's just one has tacos, the other one has beans and rice. That's it. It's the same fucking place. It's the same thing. Anyway, so why do I keep hitting this? Sorry, y'all.
See, we're having issues.
I know, right? Technical difficulties. Anyway, so this hospital where a few doctors and nurses basically walked out and was just like, we are done treating unvaccinated people. And when they did that, I just felt like it was so unethical because I'm just like, listen, I get it. Like everybody's burnt out. No one, like the unvaccinated are coming in and being a burden because now you can't even treat simple things like a broken leg or a stroke or pneumonia or whatever the case may be because people aren't getting vaccinated. But at the same time, you as a healthcare professional, you took an oath to treat everybody. Like everybody. You got people who come in who have diabetes, people who come in and they have, hypertension. You have our, alcoholics that keep coming in. They're
transient people who just are dehydrated but don't want to leave because it's fucking hot outside and they don't have a home.
Exactly. So I'm just like, you can't pick and choose who you see in a hospital setting.
Which makes me think shit must be really fucking bad there.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't think it's a typical thing for people to be like, I'm just not doing it with these people. Like you can't do that, especially if you're in healthcare. You're always seeing people. So I'm wondering if it's just so bad or there's something going on admin wise or what. But no, you can't choose. If I have to see people with all kinds of crazy shit, you swastikas tattooed and calling you racist ass shit,
I've been
or
weird
creepy old men trying to grab on your booty in the middle of a session when you don't even want them to.
I've definitely had that happen at the VA. It's I don't know if it's considered molestation because I'm not a kid, but the most I would say like,
can you be molested as an adult?
I don't think so. I think it's just like sexual
harassment
or sexual harassment. But no, if you touch me, that's assault.
Sexual assault. Can you be molested?
But I don't think you can be molested as an adult. Don't ask Siri. Please don't ask Siri. Don't do it.
Siri.
No. But yeah, I at the VA, I've had so many veterans like try to touch my butt or like try to reach out for my boob and stuff, and I'm like, I've had to literally slap the shit out of people's hands. Like, don't do it. I will fuck you up. But anyway, do you think that's ethical for people to even? Are you looking it up?
Molestation is sexual abuse or assault of a person, especially a woman or a child.
Oh,
That's
really?
kind of do you not think that's sexist?
I think that is sexist.
Why can't men be molested?
Exactly. Is it just considered rape for them or sexual assault? Sexual assault has to be like the generalized umbrella.
Like, just because I have a penis doesn't mean I can't be molested.
Exactly. Just because you have a penis, you can't be raped. Like,
Yeah. You know what? Merriam-Webster, let's have a talk. Actually,
Yeah,
it's Oxford Languages. Anyway.
Miriam would never.
He would He's all about equality.
Yes, he is.
Okay, here's the thing. We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
Yes.
People have COVID. They're still patients. You gotta
Yeah.
fucking treat them.
You do.
We have to treat people with communicable shit all the time.
All the time.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
But you still just gotta fucking do it. I don't know. You can't do that. You can't pick and choose.
That's just like saying, oh, well, because we had that one patient that was like 500 pounds. Oh, well, I don't want to see this 500-pound patient. Bitch, you still got to go in there and see them as a healthcare clinician. You cannot choose who you see. Now, you can modify in what ways you see the patient. Like, okay, well, clearly we're not going to stand because if you fall, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt other people. But I still cannot refuse to see you all together. And two, I'm not an MD. MDs, y'all got a whole different level of, oaths that you got to take.
I only have to promise not to fucking kill a motherfucker.
That's it.
Today, there's a PT who was like, we were just shooting the shit, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay, pep talk every morning in the office. We're like, hey, we're gonna have a good day, right? Come on,
Say
everybody.
your affirmations.
He was like, I'm not gonna pull any lines out, and no one's gonna hit the floor. I was like, and you know what?
That's a good goal for Friday.
That's a pretty good goal for Friday. But
Yes.
if you're an actual doctor, it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I just think, I don't, you don't get to pick and choose what you want because of your own beliefs. Like, here's my thing too. People who are choosing to not be vaccinated, the reality is that is their right. Just like it is our right to be vaccinated if we want to. Not only that, people who come in with a diagnosis of hypertension have the right to take hypertension medication.
Or not.
Just because, and people say like, oh, well, it makes no sense that you don't trust the vaccine, but then you trust the medical professionals who are going to be helping you if you come in the hospital with COVID. Well, yeah, because the system of medicine has been an establishment for longer than these people have been alive.
Yeah.
And the vaccine is something that's very new and people have not gone through this type of situation before. So obviously there's going to be pushback along with, again, the whole political conversation that comes into play. And again, I agree that people should be vaccinated or not. That I don't have an opinion because I'm vaccinated. You do what you want to do with your body. I'm not going to care more for you than you care for yourself. But at the same time, you as a healthcare clinician cannot pick and choose who the fuck you see just because you don't like their decisions. Exactly.
We have a man in the ICU right now who's been there for probably 4 weeks on an Impella, right?
Yeah.
Waiting for a heart. Impella dislodged. They took it out. They replaced it with a balloon pump. They're doing everything they can besides getting this man a heart.
Yeah.
You got to fucking wait for a heart.
Yeah.
People aren't thoughting and bopping like they were. People are just out here dying, and the hearts that we have aren't good,
Yeah.
right?
Because they probably all have
And
COVID.
so finally he was just like, fuck it. I want to go home. And the doctors were like, if you go home, you cannot take this machine. And if you do not have this machine,
You will die.
You will die. And he was like, I'm not doing it. They're literally, as doctors, as therapists, as nurses, you still have to be there and you're like, well, we're still here. What do you want? We know you don't want to live, but we're still going to have to keep going.
Yeah.
Do you want us to keep going? Here are all these. You just have to keep fucking doing it. That's your job. Until they literally walk out.
Yeah, you can lose your license for refusing to treat a patient. Like
They're there for you.
They're literally there for. And the thing is too, like some people say, oh well, in a private practice situation, oh well, a doctor can discharge you from their service. They absolutely can, but in certain states, that's why again, knowing your state laws matter, because a physician can discharge you in private practice from their practice as a patient, but they still have to cover you for the next 30 days. So if you go into Dr. Johnson's office and he says, I no longer want to treat you because of X, Y, and Z, you're non-compliant and this is going to come back on my license. Here is an official discharge letter on the 15th. The 15th of that, he has until the 15th of that next month to still cover your care. I.e. if you need prescriptions or whatever the case may be. So there are different rules and wiggle room. But when you work in a hospital, that is government funded, that is not profit, non-profit. You cannot pick and choose who you want to see just because you're burnt out. I mean, everybody's burnt out.
Can you imagine if they were like, you guys can pick and choose who you treat?
Shit.
I'd be like, 100 pounds standby assist, mine. Fucking 27-year-old post-op, mine.
Yep. Absolutely. I would not see a single
anyone
person
over
in the
300,
ICU.
Anyone over 300 pounds, I'm not seeing you unless you standby assist. Anyone in the ICU, unless you're just there observation, not seeing you.
Not seeing no racists either.
I would only see, what if we only saw black people?
Probably see one patient a week.
That was our caseload.
It really was.
This bitch would pull me in the hall. She's like, you want to pick up an eval? I was like, absolutely not.
I'm like, they're
I've
black.
seen 7 people. I'm tired. She's like, they're black. And I was like, fuck.
Can't leave black people behind.
You
Can't do
can't.
it. Can't do it.
They're going to get
do
the
it.
excellence.
Absolutely. They got to. Because nobody takes care of them anyway. So you got to go above and beyond. But I saw this. Okay, so this week, I'm not a huge soccer fan or whatever, but I did see this story that was very interesting. So I don't know if you remember it because you weren't alive either. But this soccer player, very famous soccer player named Jean-Pierre Adams.
Jean or Jean?
Jean. It's probably John. It looks like a
Put
Jean.
some respect on his name.
Jean-Pierre Adams.
I like that.
He finally passed away this week, which is kind of sad, after nearly 4 decades in a coma.
How old is he?
I don't know. He was 50-something, 60-something.
Okay. Here's the thing for me.
He was a famous soccer player back in the day, right? And so, what ended up happening was in 1979, he went for a knee surgery. I think he tore his ligament or something. And the hospital ended up going on strike. Okay. Healthcare workers went on strike and refused to treat patients.
He was 70 fucking 3.
That's insane. So that means he was 33 back in the day.
Right.
And what ended up happening was he had a knee surgery, and he was cared for, had no choice but to be cared for by an anesthesiologist and someone else who wasn't qualified to care for him in an ICU state. And he ended up, it was a lot of mistakes that were made, and he ended up in a coma. Went in for a simple knee surgery, and this man died at 70-something in a coma.
I said
never woke up.
His wife just refused.
Yeah, because you fucked up her husband.
Yeah.
He has to he had to probably have been 50 pounds. Like, how the fuck? 40 years? Almost 40 years? That's
Hella
crazy.
TPN.
Yeah, that's TPN. Oh, shit.
Shit, that. Here's my thing.
Can you imagine the bed sores? Oh, my God.
And that is literally it's everyone's decision, right? Like your very young husband was fucked over in surgery and is now in a coma. Not an ideal situation. Not your fault. No one knows how to deal with it.
Yeah.
We are also, it's weird for us because we're in the ICU.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we know what that shit looks like. Literally the other day in the ICU, they were like, we're in surge, we need beds. And I was like, I could walk down this hallway right now and tell you whose bed you need. This motherfucker needs to go. This motherfucker needs to go.
Let this one go to Jesus.
Please. They're all literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so, and on the other side of it, it's very hard to let your family member go, especially if it's unexpected. But for that long.
Yeah. But this is why you don't get to pick and choose who the fuck you see. And when you have nurses and healthcare professionals, and I won't just put it on nurses, it's doctors as well too, and other staff members. As a healthcare clinician, when you choose to put your own opinion into the story, and you're not concerned about these patients that are sitting here, that's somebody's husband, somebody's daughter, somebody's child, somebody's mother, and then this is shit that happens. Also, and if this was in 1979, these motherfuckers are out here trying to go on strike right now.
I was just saying, the idea that these motherfuckers were just like, deuces.
Child.
It must, shit must be bad.
I got a mortgage though. Who finna just, here's my thing. Who's about to walk out of job and not, I got a mortgage. Let me say this one more time. I got a mortgage. Okay? I got a mortgage.
Who
about to just walk off their job?
As burnt out as we can be, as tired as we are, if I was in the middle of a treatment session and you have this mod to max assist patient up and they're like, all right, bitch, it's time, we're walking out.
Attica.
I'm not just gonna leave.
I'd be like, okay, let me just put the patient back in the bed real quick.
So the idea, you didn't leave anyone behind. He just had a fucking surgery.
Seriously, you don't do that to people.
What happened? Why after? He just never woke up from anesthesia. The anesthesiologist was there. So
what it sounded like to me is that he went too long without. That it was a hypoxic brain injury. That's what it sounded like. The story.
They just left him intubated or something.
I don't even know if they necessarily left him intubated. I just think they just never I don't know the full story. It just said that the article just said that there were a lot of complications that occurred, and he ended up pretty much brain dead. Like he just had a hypoxic brain injury.
I'm just thinking to myself, to be able to keep someone even alive in a coma for 40 years, that's also hella care. What the hell?
Very true. I mean, there's a lot of people who are, well, I won't say a lot. There are people who are in comas who don't require like heavy oxygen. Like you just put 2 liters.
But not even that, but like the sores, the turning, the cleaning, the wound care, the muscle waste, all of that stuff, like for 40 years.
I can only assume his family got a loss, like had a lawsuit.
Sure
and I'm quite sure maybe the hospital was responsible or had to take on the care. Now, whatever that care looked like, maybe that was outside of the settlement or something. And this is all just assuming or assumption. But anyway, it's just, that's sad.
That's a long time to watch your family member like that.
That's too long. You need to let that's ridiculous.
40. That's longer than
ridiculous.
We've both been alive. That's my age plus your age. No, it's not. That's a lie. Or is it?
The math ain't mathing. The math ain't
It ain't giving what it's supposed to have.
No, definitely not. But yeah.
That's crazy to me. That sucks. Surgery is scary. Pray your hospital doesn't go on strike.
This is why, and I think this is the back end. This is the kind of the defense of healthcare professionals. This is why healthcare professionals are pleading with the public to get vaccinated, because you don't want to run into a situation like
this shit.
Yeah, because if people, it's just like on Grey's Anatomy, they did the same thing. The nurses went on fucking strike. When nurses go on strike, you're fucked. Let me help you understand something. PT is amazing. OT is amazing. RT is amazing. But guess what? We can't do shit without nurses. If your nurses walk the fuck out of these hospitals, the whole world is fucked without nurses.
Because here's the thing.
Fuck the doctors.
In like DEFCON, is DEFCON 1 the bad one or DEFCON 3?
I have no clue. I'm not in the military.
If it's a DEFCON situation and you're bare bones skeleton crew, nursing can do the RT jobs.
Yes, they can.
Nursing can do PT and OT jobs.
Yes, they can.
Nursing can do EVS jobs,
yes,
dietary jobs, fucking.
They can do the MD job half the time.
They can do the MD job. You know what I can't do?
Their job.
I cannot give meds. Nope. I cannot do intubate,
titrate. I can't do shit.
Titrate shit. All I can do is get your ass up to the bathroom and back. Hopefully you're cleaned up by then. Nurses are the core of everything. Those motherfuckers.
You really do. And
God bless those people.
You piss your nurses off, your whole career gonna be ruined. That's all I'm saying. So
therapy can walk out and it'd be annoying.
Nobody fucking cares about therapy. Nobody gives a shit.
Have you seen those guys in the scrubs in a couple days?
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about it. It was like, who's that walker?
Nurses are...
They're invaluable. You cannot replace them. They're irreplaceable. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. But again, even with nurses, like, I got to play devil's advocate. You still can't pick and choose who you treat. Whether people get vaccinated or not, you still got to treat them. Whether people take their blood pressure medication or not, keep coming in having heart attacks and strokes and bullshit and, diabetes. They sit here eating a whole plate of fucking ribs and shit and you got a sore on their foot. It's going to keep happening.
If I have to treat the racist ass man with the swastika tattoo who won't get up out of bed and is a piece of shit to me, you have to treat the person with COVID because they didn't get vaccinated.
You just do.
It just is.
It just is what it is. I mean,
it is what it is.
And this is why they should teach stuff like this in schools. Like, you need to let these college students see the real raw of what really goes on in healthcare. And I think that's why even for my last couple of students that I've had, I have not tried to be professional around them. I'm not saying that that's the best way to go about it. However, they have, especially my last student was able to really see some real hood shit in the hospital. Like dealing with horrible ass leadership, like our opinions, what we go through, and her even kind of feeling like, yeah, damn it, I feel the same. And I'm just like, hey,
she'd be like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. We're like, yeah, right.
I'm on your side, you guys. I'm with you. And it's like, all right, bitch, you ain't got no license. Be quiet, because I got to still got to pass you
down over there.
Exactly.
Get your notes done.
Right, but yeah, I just think it's insane. But so yeah, that was saying all that to say, do what you do for yourself. That's it. But also too, even off the backs of that, Joe Biden actually made a national address. What was it, last night?
I'm tired of that man.
He fell asleep when he was talking to the prime minister of some country, and it was hilarious. But anyway, he's old. He's an old man. Let that man retire. Anyway, he basically addressed the nation the other day, and he was talking about
we will not stand. Oh, that was bad.
He was like,
what were you talking about?
Our patients are running thin. God damn it. Get vaccinated or else. And he was basically putting mandates back into position. He was saying that that federal employees will now be mandated to get the vaccine, and you do not have an option to just get tested every week. That's not going to be an option. You have to get vaccinated. Obviously, for the people who are unable to get vaccinated because of medical exemptions, you will still be able to have that privilege. Also, too, that now TSA, people who are not following mask mandates for TSA, you will be your fine will be significantly increased. Even certain airlines are saying that, you know, again, if you are out of work because of COVID, you cannot use PTO. We are not paying sick time. We are not paying any of that shit. Along with insurance companies.
There's a solution for this problem that seems to have no solutions.
Yeah.
My thing is, did you hear that wheeze?
Yes, I did. You sound horrible.
I sound, oh gosh. I'm vaccinated.
I am too now.
Woohoo. My thing is, I am all my body, my choice. Do what the fuck you want for yourself. But we are in the situation where your specific choice potentially has deadly benefits, or not benefits, what's consequences for someone else. And the only way we know to mitigate that is to give you a vaccine.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get it, but know that what you can and cannot do will be limited by the fact that you don't have the fucking vaccine.
Absolutely.
So like you can ride out here fucking raw dogging it. That's cool.
Raw dog
don't get the vaccine. Raw dog in your lungs.
Yeah.
With this virus, cool. But you're not going to go and infect all these other people who are trying to do their best not to get sick. So that means you're limited on what you can and cannot do.
You know, I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and my older sister, and we were talking about just the amount of misinformation that's out there regarding the vaccine and regarding COVID in itself. And not only that, but even on a spiritual side or a religious side, I'll say, not the spiritual, on a religious note, there are so many videos that I saw in the last week of pastors and preachers saying, if you wear a mask in this building, I will ask you to leave. Do not get the vaccine. It's the mark of the beast. And I'm just like, y'all are killing God's people in his name. We had a
separation of church and state.
Thank you. And I'm just like, for you to even say that this is a mark of the beast, like, where's your wisdom? Don't God give you wisdom? Like, here's my thing. And this is coming from somebody who grew up heavily in the apostolic Pentecostal black church. Okay.
So you spoke in tongues.
Hello, Holy Ghost, come on down. Okay. Not only that, I couldn't even wear pants until I was in goddamn college. That's part why I cuss like a sailor now. I didn't get my ears pierced. We couldn't do nothing. Wearing red nail polish was considered a fucking sin.
Slut.
How fucking dumb is that? You pieces of shit. Anyway, you had to wear skirts all the way down to your knees, and you know that don't mean
what's
shit.
Fucked up about that? My mom didn't buy me jeans for a long time because she hates me, I guess, and I would have to wear long blue jean skirts, and everybody else had jeans, and it was literally the worst years of my life.
Listen, my sisters and I look like fucking black Mormons. Okay.
I know there's black Mormons.
I'm just saying we look like.
But like the picture in my head is just not.
Okay, not the pilgrim hats. We didn't wear the pilgrim hats.
Those are Quakers, but yeah.
Okay, well we had our hair done, but all I'm saying is we would wear like cheerleader socks, and oh my god, all of my pictures from back in the day were just like
pic.
No, definitely not. I hated it. Well, I have one picture, but there's a person that I used to talk to in there, so no, I have to crop him out. Anyway, but the point
we'll make it Drake,
right? We'll put somebody else's
Michael B. Jordan.
But yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, I just don't like. I won't even say this, but anyway, I will say this. You preachers and pastors who are so ignorant to sit in your pulpit over God's people and spew out this bullshit, you got blood on your hands, and I hope God strike you the fuck down. Like, seriously, legit. I think it's the dumbest thing. First of all, I would never go to a pastor or a preacher about anything dealing with medicine unless your ass went to goddamn medical school. There's a pastor here in San Antonio. He actually is my uncle and aunt's friend. I think they were stationed here together. And my cousin goes to his church. And this thing is really irritating my head. Sorry, y'all. I'm having like technical issues with my hair and this little thing.
We'll be right back after this message.
Right. Oh God. All right, we're back. So my cousin goes to this church where one of the pastors here in town, he's actually I think an internal medicine physician at BAMC at the hospital. Yeah, he pastors the church, which I don't understand how he does both, but
some people just love doing shit.
I guess, child. I'm like, that's a lot. Not just go home.
Sounds like 2 full-time jobs.
Just go home.
Don't you just like love your bed?
Listen, I'll be at mine. Anyway, so here's my thing. I would never go to a cardiologist for anything dealing with my brain. Just like I would never go to a neurologist for anything about my heart. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm not saying that pastors aren't qualified for certain things, counseling and all that kind of stuff, but you should never in your life consult your pastor about what to do with your own personal life. First of all, a pastor is there, or your pastor, your bishop, or whoever is there as confirmation to what God has already told you about your shit.
My thing is, Doctors are the same way. Doctors cannot tell you what to do. What
Right.
the most they can say is, if I was in your situation.
Which is manipulative.
Which is manipulative, but that's the most they can do.
Yeah.
If this was my sister, if you were my family, this is what I would do. Or I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you I see people with
Yeah.
this who do this, and that. You can't tell people, especially when you're in that position of power,
Yes.
what the fuck to do.
No, you are there to guide. Even as therapists, we tell our patients all the time, you brought to me a problem. I have solutions to your problem. It is up to you to do it. Now, here are the options. I'm just here as a gatekeeper, even primary care physicians, surgeons, whatever. Here is your deficit. These are the options to fix your deficit. I can only give you the information. Here's the mortality rate. Here's the success rate. You and your family, or whoever, you, yourself, Jesus, whoever, y'all decide what you want to do with that. But other than that, we're not doing all of that extra bullshit.
All I can tell you is what I know and what I've seen in people with situations similar to yours.
Exactly.
That's all I can tell you. And you can tell me what you want to do, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you,
well, if I was
this
you,
will absolutely
I would do
happen
this.
or that will happen. No,
Right.
you don't fucking know.
Well, God told me to tell you that if you get that vaccine, you're going to die and go to hell. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Then this is why you still only got 5 members in your church. Shut up. Stupid asses. I hate people like that. And because I grew up in a fucking cult-like ass church, I hated that shit. I fucking hated it. Like, it was you're going to die and go to hell if you wear pants. Who, motherfucker? Who?
That's fucking insane to me.
Like, Lord, don't get me started. I'm trying not to say too much stuff because some of my family members still go to this church. I don't care. You won't say shit to me. How about that? But anyway,
it's the pants for me.
it's insane. Like, we could, even when we painted our nails, you have to wear pearl nail polish.
What the hell's pearl nail polish?
Exactly. It looks like dirty white
Ew.
with some glitter in it. That's what the fuck it looks like.
Ew.
It was the dumbest thing ever. The dumbest thing ever.
That was like private school time.
Girl, it was horrible. Horrible. And I mean,
we couldn't wear makeup to school because we're made in the image of God, and you wouldn't make up the image of God. And
it's
we're
a
like,
Jezebel spirit on you.
I was like, I look tired.
It's a Jezebel spirit on you. You want them red nails like Jezebel.
Yeah,
and
no,
you wearing pants
no
and
nail
lip.
polish.
It's so stupid. It is so dumb. But I hate that manipulative spirit of even pastors being bold enough to say stupid shit like that. If you wear a mask in my sanctuary, I will ask you to leave. You don't wear no mask in here. And then y'all pastors are dropping like flies. You're dying.
I just feel like it's the most unhealthy people speaking the loudest. There's some
and they
real
ain't got no medical
diabetic looking
degree.
motherfuckers really against this vaccine.
And they ain't got no medical degree.
I'm just saying.
Well, they said, who the fuck is they? Who is they? Because here's what I do know about us. We ain't MDs, right? That's what I do know about us. Number 2, but to our defense, we both taken biology, have we not?
I have, yes.
Okay, have you taken anatomy?
A couple times.
Oh, me too. Have you taken pathophysiology or physiology?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So there's a certain level of knowledge that we have. Am I going to sit here and try to tell people, well, you know, the mRNA does this and does that? Bitch, I don't know the first thing about fucking mRNA. All I know is that the mitochondria is the fucking powerhouse. That's it.
Powerhouse of the cell, baby.
That's all I know.
All I can tell you is that we've been in the fucking thick of it for a minute, and I can tell you what I see and what the fuck's happening.
Seriously, it's insane.
And unless you have made the conscious decision to wear a mask at all times, stay away from large crowds, and mostly be in your fucking house, you should probably get vaccinated.
Yeah. I mean, again. And mask up. Put your mask on. Stop being in people's face.
Mask on.
God damn it. All right. Next in the news, some more positive things. Britney Spears has had her conservatorship ended. Woohoo!
Fuck
Y'all
you,
did
Jamie
it.
Spears.
That's right.
That girl's gonna be
bitch.
pregnant within a year. I bet
She
you.
is.
I bet you $50 right now.
Yeah. As soon as they sign that thing in the order, she's literally gonna rip that IUD
She's
out of her
gonna just
vagina.
hook herself.
She is. She
Wire hang it.
Yes.
IUDs out. Her man was already spotted buying rings.
Spotting and bopping. Congratulations, though, Britney Spears. I cannot believe her dad had control over her for 13 years.
13 years too long.
13 years is insane.
She's the breadwinner.
I think there's some other things going on, because why would you let go of control? Maybe he gonna write it in there that he gets a big payday.
I'm sure there was immense pressure
or finally a judge who was like, this shit's insane.
That's horrible.
What I want to know is, how can I get these court documents? Because how for the last 13 years has this shit gone on?
You remember the movie on Netflix, I Care a Lot?
Yes.
Yeah, that's literally what this fucking situation is.
That's literally what the fuck this is. I'm saying some fucking sketchy shit is going on because no conservatorship lasts this long.
No.
You're telling me that she's competent enough to go out there on a stage in front of thousands of people a night and fucking perform her shit, shake her ass, get the lyrics right to where she's making enough money, but she couldn't make her day-to-day decisions. Something's fishy.
And I think her father should have to pay her back, like restitution. Yes, I was gonna say back child support, but back restitution. Yes, he needs to pay her back all the money that he spent on bullshit.
At
Absolutely.
this point, she's probably like, just take it and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, she probably like, listen,
that family is. You know why? I'm not gonna say why. Louisiana.
What's wrong with Louisiana?
Really fuck some people in the head.
The white Louisianians?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say the black Louisianians are cool.
They are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, it's the Cajun people? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the white Cajuns, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know nothing about that.
That was I'm happy for her. I hope she gets to have the baby that she wants and take the break that she wants.
Because she's been going through a lot. That girl.
Man, she gave us hit on hit on hit on hit.
She really did. I mean, she was even though she can't sing, she was a pop star. We know she can. You know she can't sing.
Doing this today.
You know she can't
not
sing.
Doing this.
Britney Spears has no voice.
Britney Jean Spears, we are not.
Is that really her name? Britney Jean?
Be.
Oh, that's probably not. It's probably Britney Megan Spears or some shit. Anyway, I thought you were gonna ask Siri.
Hey Siri, what's Britney Spears' middle name? It's gotta be Jean.
I found Britney and Jean.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Go to her Wikipedia page.
It's Britney and Jean.
Brittany and Jean, like
no,
A-N-N?
like A-N-D. Britney Jean Spears. It's my first concert, baby.
That's her fucking grandmother's name. What the fuck? Who the fuck names
Oops,
her
I
kids?
did it again.
Jean?
First concert I saw. Spotlight fell on a little girl. Didn't start till midnight. Slept halfway through it, but
Oh my god, I can't with you.
I know her middle name.
I will not. Also, too, in the news, I guess maybe I should be excited about this, but because I didn't watch it, Blue's Clues. You remember that? You are wheezing so bad.
I should probably get tested.
So bad. You're in my fucking house, bitch, breathing your breath on me. God damn. I'm just newly vaccinated, damn it.
I almost cried watching that video. Holy fucking shit. Blue's Clues was my shit.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, let's tell the people first. You started going in on a tangent. So Blue's Clues, the host Steve, when Blue's Clues came,
we are looking for Blue's Clues.
When Blue's Clues first came out,
we are looking for Blue's
I think that was a show that came out when I was not a kid, but I think I was like in middle school or some shit.
It came out in 1995. What were you doing?
I was in the 5th grade.
That was definitely too old for you. I was 1.
Okay, so that was your thing.
That was my thing.
So Gen Z, we'll just say Gen Z.
But like Blue's Clues was the fucking shit. I had the blow up red chair.
Oh really?
From Blue's Clues. I had the little
Maybe you should post a picture.
I should. I had the notepad that you wrote in with this big ass Crayola crown.
Yeah.
I fucking love like Mrs. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, Blue, Magenta. Oh god, it was so fucking good.
Well, anyway, Steve, I guess, left abruptly.
Dude, and everyone, the rumor for years was that he was either on drugs or he died from an overdose, and like that's why he left.
I thought he died. I honestly heard that he died.
So
that was the rumor.
where the fuck did that rumor start?
Who knows? Probably TikTok. I'm kidding.
But he posted this video of him dressed in his Steve outfit, just saying really nice, encouraging things like, I know you're wondering where I was. I went to college, and look at all the stuff you've done. I was like, oh, God.
You can't convince me he didn't go to jail. Nobody just leaves a show abruptly to go to fucking college. Who the fuck wants to go to college?
It would be like, what did you watch when you were little?
I watched Lamb Chop.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sesame Street, of course. Barney.
Barney was a good one. I loved Barney. I was a Barney bitch.
What's the thing? Mr. Rogers. I watched Captain Kangaroo.
It would be like Mr. Rogers popping up and being like, hey, I know you've missed me. I missed you too.
If this bitch popped up now, we know that's his corpse. That is a tethered, okay?
But it was just like this part in my heart from childhood where I was like, and he was just like, you're doing some cool things too. You're doing great. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was doing as best as I can, Steve. God
America was losing it and crying. But what I found hilarious was this one guy on Instagram. His name is Curtis.Akeem. He literally has this video, and I'll post it on the thing. He has this video where he's like going off on this man because he abandoned the world. I'm gonna play it now.
After all these years, you mean to tell me that you abandoned me for a higher education in the corridors of academia? You lying bastard. Hey, Blue, where's the bastard at? He owe me one. He owe me what?
Dude, Blue's Clues was fucking huge.
He's literally standing outside the house, a little cartoon house with Blue just in the back, just like just dancing and shit.
I fucking loved that show. That Gullah Gullah Island. Those are mine.
I love Gullah Gullah Island. That was a really good one, but I only
Because
saw
the music was so good because they were Jamaican.
Yes, that's very true, and they have rhythm. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Gullah Gullah Island, Gullah Gullah Island. Okay,
Binya Binya.
Binya Binya Bali.
So good. Yeah, that video hit me in the heart when I was not expecting it to.
Yeah, he looked good though. He looks really good. Like he's
good.
taking care of himself. I like that.
Way to go, Steve.
Way to go. In Saturn news, or well, I guess we'll talk about this. We'll leave that for the part 2. Anyway, what were you telling me about Lil Nas X?
What wasn't I telling you about Lil Nas X?
I don't know. The people would like to know.
Well, he's about 6 months along, looking great.
Yeah.
Baby's nice and healthy because the man's is pregnant.
Yeah.
Not really, but really. I love how he trolls the internet. I truly
I do too. He loves to. He's the biggest troll ever, and I love it.
Not only does he have it's a prosthetic, right?
Yeah.
That's what you would say. A prosthetic belly.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 months out, nice and plump. But he's taking fucking maternity photos. He's
Like
talking
Beyonce.
like Beyonce. He's walking around the house with it. He's just
I
like,
love it. I
he
absolutely love it.
loves to troll the internet.
Yeah, he does. I love it though. I absolutely love it.
And people fall for it every time. They get so upset. They're so fucking pissed.
Yeah, and I think people keep saying about this whole like gay agenda and it's to emasculate the black man and all this other kind of stuff. I look at it like this. You know, I think for a very long time in our world, heterosexual relationships have always been at the forefront of everything as the standard, right? And it's always been, and this is before, I think, at the forefront of colonization, right? We'll just start at colonization because we know the history before that and how, even backbreaking or buck breaking and all that kind of stuff happened. Anyway, but the start of colonization, there has always been this, not attack. Well, I guess I call it an attack on homosexuals, transgenders, transgender people who are transgender, all that kind of stuff, right? And I think every single
switch to person first language.
well, because I'm a therapist, so
good.
yeah, I have to always catch myself. Anyway, but I think because having a man that is pregnant makes people uncomfortable. Instead of you just saying, hey, this really makes me uncomfortable, everybody puts it on the kids. Oh, the kids are watching. Even like Lil Boosie. Man, my kids are watching. Well, if you're the parent, you control what your children see.
Exactly.
And not only that, if you are training up your children or raising your children in a certain way, like people think just because gay people have kids that the kids are automatically going to be gay. That's not the case. That's not how it works. It's not contagious.
I think this man was just what's the word I'm looking for? Words are hard on Fridays for me.
That's okay.
He was ostracized for a very long time, right? Black boy growing up in the church, trying
Very
to be
true.
himself, and they were like, "You're gay. You're all of these things, and that's not cool here." So now he's finally famous and being celebrated and acknowledged and making money off of these things that he's always been.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to rub it in your face. How do you like that now?
Yeah.
People love me for the things you were hating me for. And now I'm going to rub it in your face. And it's funny because you're getting so upset about it. And I'm over here making money.
Yeah. And stop saying this about the kids because it's not.
It's not about the kids.
It's not about the kids.
Old Town Road wasn't about the kids.
Lil Nas, I'm gonna just say this, and it's probably gonna sound very controversial. Lil Nas does not have good music. I'm sorry, he doesn't. No one gives a shit about Old Town Road with old ass goddamn Billy Ray Cyrus. No one gives a fuck, right?
I will say that one might have been for the kids.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about riding a horse.
It might not have been for them, but they sure did take it the fuck over. They got the horses in the back.
No. His music is not something that, ooh, let's turn on that new Lil Nas X. Nobody says that.
It's just the radio shit that gets stuck in your head.
He's just a popular pop guy. And the thing is, he's using his fame and notoriety. If y'all hear that, that's my neighbor revving his fucking truck outside.
We're wrong.
But it's not one of us farting. But anyway, like no one is listening to his music like that. And I think the way he's getting attention and kind of like kind of masking the fact that his music really ain't really that great. He's like, I'm gonna just keep doing some controversial shit because y'all gonna keep talking about me. so I'm gonna keep my name in y'all's mouth. So I'm gonna just keep doing stupid shit just to piss y'all off.
I think there's some people who are very hip to the fact that they might not be the best at something and they may not be around forever, but they're gonna fucking milk it while they have it.
Absolutely.
And he knows that, like, I might not be making fucking quality, kick-ass, amazing, blow your mind records, but I'm still making waves and I'm still here. And while I'm here, I'm going to make the most of it. And
Absolutely.
get what the fuck I can. As he should.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't find anything that he does. Like, I don't have to agree with what you do. Like, it's just like on Instagram.
Are you separating the art from the art?
No. Not at all. I can look at something online and be like, I don't agree with this. And guess what I do? Scroll. That's it. It's the same thing. I'm not purchasing Lil Nas X music, but I'm not bashing him at the same time. I just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
And
why is it so hard?
Would you have your kids listen
That's
to
what
it?
I'm saying. Like, don't look at it. And so why is it so hard for people to just turn the fuck away? If you don't like what he's doing, stop looking at it.
Yeah, social media made everyone feel like they have a direct opinion.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of music, Donda, Certified Lover Boy.
They going head to head, right?
Yeah.
Have you listened to either one?
Yes.
Which one do you
have
like
you
better?
not?
No, I won't listen to Kanye. I'm not doing
You
that.
missed the old Kanye?
Yes. If it ain't College Dropout
808s.
I mean 808s was cool, but College Dropout, if it ain't that, if he ain't woke and conscious, like awake, not woke, awake on his meds, no.
Sunk in place. Did you hear Kim is open to a reconciliation?
For what? For what? Just divorce him all fucking ready. Jesus.
I have listened to both albums. This Drake album is like a low energy Drake album. Like they have some club bops.
He's getting older.
Some biddies are gonna have a fuck ton of Instagram captions.
Some biddies?
Biddies.
What is that?
Biddies.
Bitty bitty bamba.
No, like
Bamba.
biddies, like girls. Like
Oh, you meant bitches. Is that what you were trying to say? Bitches?
it just sounds so much better when you say it.
Oh, bitches.
wow.
Yeah.
Damn, you just do it one more time.
Bitches.
Damn, I'll try that later.
There's some bitches.
You'll have hell Instagram captions. The features were good, but it's just like every time I listen to a Drake album, it takes me 4 times listening to it all the way through to be like, okay, I like this song. Okay, I like this song.
I don't know that I've ever listened to a Drake album all the way through. It's always just been like the songs that are on the radio, and I don't even
Yeah.
listen to the radio or social media rather.
Well, this is probably my as of now. No, I didn't like that album with Future. That What a Time to Be Alive. That album fucking sucked. But not a huge fan. I think there's some bangers, but I don't know, man. This
So you would
wasn't it for
choose
me.
Donda over
Here's the thing. I
CLB?
told you, whore for production. He produced the fuck out of Donda, and I loved it.
I think that was overhyped though, honestly. That's really what I
Donda?
think.
Donda. Have you seen all that shit on TikTok that his last 7 albums were like the 7 stages of grief, and Donda's like, he got it.
Well, people were saying even too that that he was the fact that he's chanting his mother's name is like satanic and all that other kind of stuff, and I'm just like,
They're saying this. Did you see the shit that was like that? What is the fucking Instagram dance or the TikTok dance when it's like when they ask a question and they're like doot doot. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no.
No, they're like hand jiving and they do this at the end.
Oh, boom, doom, 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 doom. That's what I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's exactly what I did.
Please watch the video on YouTube to see what we're talking about.
Anyway, did you see that thing that was like, that is a satanic symbol?
Everything's a
And
satanic
I was like,
symbol.
everything's
oh my God.
fucking satanic. We can't have anything but
It's so
I'm trying to
stupid.
get out of a pandemic, please.
Now
I'm
you sound
depressed.
demonic right there. That's great. But I think even too, I think people have to understand, like, look, like I'm unfortunately a part of a club that no one should be a part of, even though we're all going to be a part of it at one point in time. But losing a parent is hard. Okay. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. Losing a parent is difficult. And I think there's we always know that there's a special relationship between sons and their mothers. And so for this man to have been raised by his mother, had such a close relationship with his mother, and for her to die abruptly, that's a lot to deal with. And it doesn't matter. I don't care if his mama died 50 years ago. You cannot get over, like, you never get over your parent dying. My dad died in 2015. I'm not over that shit. I mean, you learn how to get through your day without completely breaking down. But when I see videos and pictures of other, daughters and their fathers, You don't think that shit affects me? Like it comes right back, almost like he died just that very same day. Like, you know, so I think people like, I think even part of his bipolar disorder, kind of qualities or behavior has a lot to do with his grief.
Oh, I'm sure.
Has a lot to do with it. And it's probably very triggering. Everybody's like, oh man, your mama was this and this and that. Or every time somebody bring up the story about how she died, it's triggering.
Right.
It's triggering.
I will say, will I be shaking my ass to more songs on the Drake album?
Probably yes.
Yes. Did I think it was like an overhyped album and he's getting a little lazy, but also he's fucking Drake, so he can put out whatever. Anyone's going to listen to it. And he just put a bunch of dope people on his record? Yes. Do I think Donda was a more like interesting listen, probably well thought out and produced album? Yes. But it's not a Drake album. It's not something I'm going to fucking like, let me put on Donda so everyone at the party gets lit.
I don't even know why they were even going after each other, because I'm just like, people are going to buy both.
Because they're bored. Did you see that fucking video of Kanye when he was like
Sorry.
talking shit about Drake and he's like, yeah, and he just fucks all my wife's friends and da 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 da.
Kanye just needs, oh, Jesus. Never
And
mind.
then Drake went and leaked that fucking version of Kanye's song.
Oh
where
yeah,
he's
with
talking
Andre
shit.
3000.
They're in high school.
Where is that album at though? Andre 3000. Stop fucking playing,
Yo,
dude.
here's things we need.
God damn. I just want another Outkast album and another Andre 3000 album. That's it. Like,
And you
dude,
happy?
I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Like, I'm still a diehard Outkast fan. Like, when they split
'Cause
and
your
made their
baby
own
don't mess
albums.
around.
Very true. But when they made their own albums, and I was just like, oh, I knew it was just the end. I knew it was the end. Knew it.
But the new Chloe and Halle minus Halle.
Bitch. Forgot. I can't
When
even get it out.
saw, first of all, before I heard the music, I saw her and I was like, this is going to be some good shit.
Listen, Chloe
It's going to be some good shit.
Bailey. Let me just, you probably ain't gonna, I don't even know if you're gonna ever see this, but let me help you understand. I am not gay, okay? I love men, but goddamn girl, you got a body on, people be talking about Meg Thee Stallion, bitch,
Body like
Chloe
a Benz.
Bailey.
Body that don't fucking quit.
Bitch, she is beautiful.
Meg Thee Stallion is like a very quintessentially thick girl. Like
Yeah.
when I think of like
Thick from the
naturally
South.
thick from the South
Yeah.
women, like Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
This bitch is like, you could have just been a little skinny thing.
Natural.
Natural, but I don't know what the fuck Pilates you're doing or what you're eating on the side.
That's cornbread fed right there.
God damn.
Like Chloe Bailey's body is what Khloe Kardashian tried to do and failed.
it was
on an operating table.
Built like that.
You're not built like that, baby. It comes from your mama's genes, and your mama ain't got
She
it.
is just chef's
She's
kiss
beautiful.
to the Lord.
She's beautiful. And
Maybe her
Haley,
parents,
her
both of them
sister-
are beautiful.
Oh my God, they're gorgeous, beautiful women.
Haley's just not
beautiful.
shoving her beautiful body in my face at this point in time.
Haley's over here just like
Fucking strumming a guitar and some
my
shit.
guitar.
A la Solange, yeah.
And Chloe's just like, take that. Just like a polar opposite.
To a fucking beat, and I'm like, yeah.
I love it. I
Shove it in her
absolutely
face.
love it. I didn't even realize that was her song because I had been seeing it on TikTok or social media. People kept using it. It's like I walk like I do. Booty so big, help Lord, have mercy. I did not know that. You know who I thought it was? Fucking Doja Cat.
Everything's dude. Okay,
That's what I thought it was.
Here's what I will say: everyone can say what they want about Doja Cat. Has she done some
I love
fucking
her.
controversial shit? I fucking
love her
Doja
music.
Cat. That bitch was made for TikTok, and TikTok was made for her.
Yes,
and
definitely.
she realized her audience very soon, and she was like, "I'm gonna capitalize on this shit."
Hell yeah, smart. Whoever her marketing team is, smart.
My God, she was just like one of those weird, random, thoughty boppy rappers.
Yeah.
up and coming.
Well, is she considered a rapper?
She has to be, right?
Maybe she's just
singer?
pop?
R&B, pop.
I would say R&B, not R&B. I would say pop, like singer. I would say singer.
She's one of those girls.
Yeah.
She's like a black
Ariana
Ariana
Grande.
Grande. Yeah, let's give her that.
Oh, she's technically like a white Ariana Grande because she's so fucking light skinned. But anyway, I digress. But I love Doja Cat.
Yikes.
But yeah, Chloe
no.
Bailey, she dropped her
Love
the
it.
visual to Have Mercy, and oh my gosh, Have Mercy.
Have
She's
mercy.
beautiful. Like, can we normalize calling women beautiful?
She's beautiful.
Like,
She's hot.
They're first of all,
Sexy,
there's
hot, beautiful. What is it? What is that TLC album?
Crazy Sexy Cool.
Crazy, sexy, cool.
Listen, the Lord knew what he was doing with my body, because if I had a body like Chloe, Wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. I wouldn't walk around with no clothes on. I mean, I'm cute and I'm sexy now, but I'm just saying, if I had that, especially the stomach, I already got the ass. I just need to tone it. But if I had that stomach, it'd be over for you bitches.
Like the little peak of an ab, but I'm not gonna intimidate you. But just know I could fuck your ass up because I have a core.
Yeah, I just got one ab.
I have nothing.
Just one. Just this.
I'm a fucking weeble wobble.
I got trunk control at least. All right, last thing before we get out of here. What are we watching here? What are you watching?
Not a goddamn thing. Let's think. The last thing I watched was Harry Potter.
We'll talk about this next time.
Harry Potter's back on HBO, all of them. So I've been watching that.
Didn't you read all the books?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, jeez.
It's a sensitive subject.
Oh, because J.K. Rowling?
No, I didn't read all the books. Okay, fine.
Oh, you're a reader.
I am a reader, but there's
you're
something.
You're an imposter. You fucking imposter.
It's because I saw the movies before I finished all the books, and now when I read the books, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I know what the fuck happens.
Exactly.
But I've been rewatching a lot of Harry Potter recently.
Yeah.
You know those shows you put on just to like have something? You watch the same show over and over just to feel a little bit of comfort. A lot's going on in the world. I need something I can control.
I've been doing that with lately. I've been watching
Miss Pat.
Yes. I'm glad that you asked. Yes. What have you been watching, Fleming? Miss Pat.
That's all you fucking. Yeah, I walked in today. She's still fucking watching Miss Pat. We have the internet. There are literally it's a plethora of shows.
No, I just keep watching their show. And the thing is, congratulations to the Miss Pat show and to Miss Pat and the rest of the cast. They got picked up for a second season on BET Plus.
Good. You're so excited, I bet.
Yes, I am, because I get to see what happens after the finale or whatever. Oh,
I'm watching TikTok, and I've just been listening to fucking Donda and Certified Lover Boy.
I mean, I've been on YouTube a lot, looking at videos and stuff of other podcasters and van lifers as well too. But also too, I've been looking at some marketing stuff because I'm trying to work on some stuff.
You learning?
I'm trying to.
Dude, the last week I get home from work and it takes everything in me to keep my eyes open and like have conversations with people.
Well, speaking of work, let's go to the rehab corner.
Yo,
what's been going on in the rehab corner?
I need you to buckle up. I have a story.
Oh Jesus, put on my seatbelt. I'm ready.
We'll do one for this episode.
That was so corny.
So, let me take you back. Let me take you back
in the time. Let's do it.
Drumline has been a theme the last couple weeks. We really fuck with Drumline.
That's because college football is back in.
It was a nice day in July. You and I went to see a patient. You had a student. We tried to get this man out of bed. He was a solid 400 pounds. As soon as we sat him to the edge, it was all downhill from there.
We almost broke our fucking backs and had to go to fucking employee health. Alyssa, please don't tell me that man's back.
Well, guess who's back with a foot less?
He got his foot chopped off. Oh my god.
Bitch, he got his ankle off on one and toes off on the other. No. And they were like, edge of bed. And I was like, motherfucker. This bitch left me.
Oh
when
my god.
I tell you bitch.
Yo, she did not tell me this story purposely before we started recording to get my natural reaction. This motherfucker almost killed us.
We saw this man. We tried to sit him at the edge of the bed just to be nice because that's our fucking job. Halfway through, we knew it was a horrible fucking idea. I was in the front. He immediately hot dogged off the bed, but he's 400 pounds. It took 4 of us to get him back in bed.
And he kept thinking my student was a Secret Service
agent from Mexico. Yes. And I was like, he thought he was in Mexico. I said, sir, we're all speaking English.
Oh my God.
And it was awful. We both had to go to employee health because we both hurt our backs. And then we dropped him from services because he was unsafe.
Those toes were going. We called it. We called the amputation. We knew those toes were going.
Literally in the room.
Damn.
Look at his toes. So I was like, oof.
His toes. First of all, this man's a Caucasian man.
Yeah.
His toes were blacker than my sweatshirt. Oh,
and it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not.
This is just what happened. We're not laughing.
We're laughing at the fact that we almost died trying to get him to the edge of the bed.
Yeah, because it was just like it could not have gone worser.
Yeah, seriously.
It was just like everything was against it. We couldn't bend him to break his extension because
Yeah.
if someone's extending on you, you just fucking fold them so they flex and you can get them on together. We couldn't
It took
do it.
6 of us just to get him back in the bed.
He was so distended. You remember how distended he
Yeah.
was? So he's lost a lot of weight.
Really? Well, probably because he's not moving.
He was laying in LTAC since we've seen him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I haven't even chart reviewed. He's on my list, and the therapist that has him with me says his name, and I'm like, that sounds so familiar.
Oh my God.
And so she's looking him up. She goes, "Oh no, Alyssa." I said, "What?" She goes, "It's the one who sent you to employee health." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"No!"
God.
And he came back, and he had a revision. He came in for a TMA. They did TMA to a little bit more.
They
did
take
a
the
little
toe.
bit more.
And TMA just means a transmetatarsal amputation where they take your toes off.
They amputated his toes. They gave that a couple days, wouldn't heal. They went a little bit more. They IND'd it, went a little bit more.
Oh, God.
They gave it a couple days. They said, nope, did a bone revision. They did a couple more days, and they're like,
Jesus.
nope. And now they're like, well, we'll probably have to take the leg, so we're just going to wait.
Oh my God.
Mind you, this man is still not doing anything. And I went in there, and he was like, he doesn't have teeth, so I can't hear what the fuck he's saying. And he's just like, no, no. I was like, sir, you don't have to tell me twice.
Oh my God.
I've done this
Remember
with
he
you.
called one of the nurses a bitch?
Do you remember how he told the nurse practitioner that he was riding horses?
Yo, I was like,
This
sir.
400-pound man.
Sir.
The nurse practitioner
Clydesdale?
goes, well, he was riding horses.
20 years. He's like, I hadn't got on a horse in 20 years. I know.
I'm sure your knees don't bend.
Jesus.
So I had to see him without you, and it was so sad.
I'm so sorry, but yeah.
And it took 4 of us to roll
Oh
him.
my God. Yeah.
Because
Thank God
kicker-
I'm no longer there.
Kicker is he's covered in watery shit
Oh Jesus.
with an FMS.
Ooh.
How'd that happen?
Somebody didn't put it in all the way. Because you can't roll them.
Yo, this man has a tube in his asshole specifically designed to suck the shit out into a bag, and he's still covered in shit.
Oh my God. See, that's when you walk out and go out on strike. I'm done. I ain't seeing the patient.
And then as we're rolling this whole fucking thing, fucking Marissa, as soon as we're done, pulls up. You guys need help?
Of course, when you're done.
I was like,
hey friends, how you doing?
I was like, yeah. Can you lift his feet minus toes while we scoot up in bed?
God.
Yeah,
That, oh, Jesus, Lord.
I knew that would bring you back.
I am so glad I'm not at the bedside anymore. Thank you, Jesus.
It's just like the fun thing about the hospital
Oh,
is people come
man.
back.
They always come
They
back.
always come back.
They always come back. If it ain't one thing, it's another. They're gonna always come back. Oh God, that's
and every
horrible.
time someone comes back, you're sad. You're never happy to see them because either
Yeah.
you like them and they shouldn't be back, or you didn't like them and you didn't want them back.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Man, oh God. Ooh, Jesus.
I know. Don't you feel bad for me?
I just want you to use wisdom.
I used was
Don't try to get them to the edge of
We
bed.
rolled and that was it. I was like, we're not doing. Well, then the charge nurse
Yeah.
just saw a bunch of people in the room. So your natural inclination is oh shit, what's
Yeah,
going on in
something's
there?
going on.
So she walks into the room and I'm already tired and from fucking moving this large man and
Yeah.
cleaning him up and doing all this shit. And she goes, "Oh, okay. I was just coming in here to see if y'all were okay. Do you need help?" I said, "No." She goes, "Oh, did y'all stand?" I looked at her like this.
He ain't got no toes, ma'am. How fucking insensitive. How is this?
I literally pulled down my mask. I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She goes, "What?" I said, "Stand." And I popped my mask back on. We finished cleaning him up. And then I walked out and I was like, "Hey, I realized I was probably really, really fucking rude to you back there, but I thought you were kidding." She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I thought you were kidding about standing him because he's 400 pounds and doesn't have feet, basically." This way."
right.
She goes, "Oh, I forgot about the amputation."
I hate you. See, goddamn nurses. They always trying to set us up for failure.
They do.
Fucking bitches.
I was like, I was rude, but I was well within my right because that was
Yeah.
a dumb question.
That is good. Listen, I have taken a much needed break from the bedside, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
It's hard work. It's great content, but it's hard work.
Yeah, I'm glad one of us is still working at the hospital because I'm done.
I'll be there.
yeah, you will. Thank you for bringing the stories. I
No
appreciate
problem.
that. Yeah.
That's what I do. That's why I stay there for you.
Listen, I have other content. Clearly, I don't want that kind of content anymore. But anyway, good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, and thank you for
No
taking care
problem.
of people and being a productive citizen of society. We appreciate you.
You know what? No problem.
Yeah.
I've just been doing what I can with the gifts God gave me.
That's all you can do.
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do.
It's been a lot of song and dance lately
Yeah.
with Patience. It's been a lot of like, do you wanna?
I think the whole world is just done with each other. We're just done.
I'm literally just, I'm not hanging by a thread. Like I've got a couple threads. I'm good, but
Good
I'm
for
also
you.
not like actively trying to claw my way up from whatever
You're
shit
just
this
dangling.
is. I'm just here chilling. I
think-
like found a little foothold.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I think because your shoulder too. It's fucked up. So that's probably
Dude,
why.
yeah, that was pretty fucked. My shoulder was
Yeah,
fucked.
you probably don't need to see that patient again if your arm is fucked up like that. I'm just saying.
I'm just waiting for it to come out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
definitely.
go straight to Embleo.
Oh my god. All right, we got to wrap this episode up. Anything else we want to tell the people before we get out of here?
No.
No. All right.
I've been doing that meditation on TikTok that was going around. It's like,
Hey, did you ever go to the stretch lab? Remember you lied and told our fans that you were going to the stretch lab? Did you ever go?
I've been dealing with some things. I need to go. They're gonna stretch my shoulder out of place.
Okay, well, don't go up to them for that, but definitely go for your
my arm does this funny thing where it
little
comes
baby
out of
hips
socket. I
and
know.
your weak ass hamstrings.
Tight, dude.
I sound like a man today. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I need to. Someone hold me accountable.
I've been what the fuck, bitch? I've been holding you accountable this whole time.
Okay, you.
And you're
We'll
just
do
like,
it.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
I need to go. It's a good thing. Like you need to stretch. Everyone needs to stretch.
I will go with you for moral support, but I won't get stretched.
It did not
Because
work
the
out
last time, yes, I was on my back for 2 weeks. So yeah, and not because the stretch lab did anything to me. It's I have 2 herniated discs.
No, yeah, I need to go.
So
Okay, we'll do it. I'll make some time.
and I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna video record it
We'll
and put it on our
vlog it.
YouTube. Yes, we're
Yeah.
gonna vlog it. Damn it, you better do it.
I'll do it.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and we will see y'all next week. Anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Spread love, spread light, stretch.
Eat your vegetables
Eat your vegetables. Listen to Donda if you're in a good headspace.
or CLB.
Actually, it's about God and doesn't cuss, so maybe not even if you're in a good headspace.
Okay,
CBL, you should definitely be trying to go out though.
I thought it was CLB.
What did I say?
You
You
said
know I'm
CBL.
dyslexic. It's rude to bring it up on the air. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.
You are a nut.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.